Today is the last day in this very year 2025, and if you look at the price of Bitcoin here, you discover that market has been ranging for some days now, and this is not out of place because if you look at it, banks are on holiday, a lot of persons are on holiday as well, so trading activity have to reduce. So this is one of the months we see the lowest decline in trading volume and trading activity across exchanges. So this is not out of place. Some persons are talking about the market moving upward, market coming downward. I don't necessarily expect the market to do much either to the upside or to the downside. What I really expect, like I've been saying on this channel, is stability in price, and that's exactly what we are seeing right here. So stability in price first of all before any movement upward or downward. But if you take a look at what is ongoing on price action right now, the downside risks for me, that is market coming back down for me from where it is right here, is 30%. So 30% market is going to move down into this very area of $81,000 before the next push to the upside. Why 70%? I believe market is going to push into this very area entering into January, that is tomorrow, 2026, and we should see a breakout here in the next coming days. That is 70% chance this should move to the upside, and 30% chance the downside risks into this very area of $81,000 and $80,000 per Bitcoin. So if you are still looking at price action coming down into the 50k level per Bitcoin or 65k level per Bitcoin, I think the bottom is right at this very area, between this very price level, this very area of 75 and this very area where the market is right now. This is where the bottom is right now for Bitcoin. That means I am not expecting the market to go below this very point right at this very area. So expect the market to revolve around this very point, and I'm expecting that the market move all the way to the upside in the next coming days on the price of Bitcoin. So this is what you need to pay attention to right now. The most important thing in this very video you need to pay attention to is the fact that this is a consolidation area, which is okay because banks are on holiday and individual like you and myself are also on holiday, and the market is going to move upward 70%, and 30% we're going to see the market come back down before the next push to the upside, because I believe that the bottom is within this area and market have high capability of moving upward any moment soon. So this is what you need to pay attention to right now on the 1-day chart BTC USDT. Another important thing you need to pay attention to as well is the fact that if you look at the way market was moving to the downside, it is called the market push down, and when we have this very correction to the upside, market push again, failed to create a new low. Okay, this is a fail swing that we are seeing in the market within this very area. So if this fail swing hold, what we want to see next to further verify that market is not going to go down again to $75,000 and even to $50,000 or $65,000 is for the market to push upward and create a new high, higher than the previous high at this very point. In fact, that is what I am personally looking at right now. So if we see a fail swing on price action, as we are seeing right here, fail swing, because if market retreats, we're supposed to see continuation to the downside, but we are seeing this very failure in the market right now. So if a fail swing is here, the next thing we want to see to further verify that the market is going to move upward from now moving forward is for the market to move upward and create a new high higher than this very area right here. Once we see that, then we can expect that the market will come back down for retest and then begin to move all the way to the upside. Then that means this is a very key point of market reversal for me to the upside after Bitcoin has dropped from all-time high about 35% negative. Okay, 35% drop all the way to the downside, and market is going to move upward. This is what you need to pay attention to right now on your price action BTC USDT from this moment moving forward. Very, very important. If you look at the price of ETH USDT 1-day chart, it is covered that market moved down, moved upward, and then come back down, fail swing as well. That means we're supposed to see continuation of this move to the downside, but the market did not create a new low. So we see the last low at this very point, and this low was supposed to come back down to create a new low before retracement and then continuation to the downside. But what we are seeing right here is a fail swing within this very area. So fail swing means that the market lack capability of coming back to the downside in a progressive downtrend formation. What that also means is if we see this fail swing hold, and the next thing we want to see is a creation of a new high, higher than the previous high at this very point, to further verify that the market is going to from here move all the way to the upside. So what I am expecting is for the market to move upward and create a new high higher than the previous high at this very point. Once I see that, then for me it is a guarantee that the market is not going to move all the way to the downside into this very area of $2,000 and $2,100 per Bitcoin anymore. I know that there is this downside risk that the market can still move downward, okay, into 2,400, 2,500 before the next move to the upside. But if you look at this very market structure critically, it is covered that the market right now have greater capacity of moving upward, in my opinion, 80%, even more than that of Bitcoin price action. 80% market is going to from here move to the upside, while 20% downside risks, market is going to come back down a little bit into $2,500, $2,400 before the next push to the upside. These are very important things you must have to pay attention to on your price action right now. And this is why I am doing this very video, so that you be on the right side of the market with greater percentage probability in the right direction. So this is what I am now paying attention to on the price of ETH USDT 1-day chart. Market have high capacity compared to the price of Bitcoin of moving upward. That is why I am looking at market moving upward 80%, while market coming back down 20%. This is very, very important. Pay attention to these guys to be in the right direction of the market. And this is my personal opinion on price action right now. Now, if you are thinking that, or you're looking at something very different, for example, you're looking at market coming back down to $2,000 per Bitcoin or $1,500 per Bitcoin, because I've seen a lot of crazy prediction. People are also expecting that Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example, go to $1,500 per Ethereum. I am not looking at that at all. Comment below in the comment section of this very video what you're looking at on the price of ETH USDT 1-day chart. For me, I am looking at market from here moving all the way to the upside, and the downside risks, we should just see the market come back down 20% into the $2,500 level, and then the final move to the upside. That is so the only downside risks I see on price action right now, and this is why I am doing this very video. Look at the price of Pi USDT 1-day chart. Look at it. Market come back down a little bit into the same area. I am still expecting the price of Pi do well in the future, let's say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, because this very point, market, in my opinion, should move upward, okay, significantly, even though we don't see a crazy pump into this very area of interest, okay. I am still expecting that the market have significant pump all the way to the upside. And I did a video around this very area of Pi moving upward. Market did move just a little bit, and then we have this little correction. So I believe the next pump is on the way for the market to move to the upside. So what you should pay attention to right now, if you are a pioneer, is for the price of Pi, in my opinion, increase a little bit in the next coming days to the upside. This is what I am now looking at right now. And another thing we need to pay attention to here on the price of Pi is if the market go below this very area, it will be very devastating for the price of Pi, in my opinion, because if we see the market come back down and break below this very area, then it means that market can come into this very area to grab liquidity from this very point before the next move to the upside. That means market have that possibility of coming into this very area of 0.15, okay, that is 15 cents before any push to the upside. And that is why you need to pay attention to this for the next move on Pi. So two things involved right here is the price of Pi moving from this very point where it is right now to the upside. And if we see a breakout, just know that the market is going to go down, okay, possibly into this very area before the next move to the upside. So if you're a pioneer and you're holding Pi, please pay attention to this very price prediction. This is what I am not looking at on the price of Pi. And if you come to crypto bubbles, it is discovered that a lot of coins are not really doing well. We have IP 11%, we have CHZ 18.3%, we have M 9.1%, MYX 9.7%, CC 6.4%, and we have pump 5.7%. You see that a lot of coins are down, okay, with negative numbers. We have just few coins here that have little positive number to the upside. So we need to look at this, and the market is not doing well right now, in my opinion. And if you come to coin market cap, it is covered the global crypto market cap have been below $3 trillion for a very long time. This is $2.98 trillion in the past a few days. That was 2 days ago. We see the market move into 3.12, $3.18 trillion. Then the market crashed back down, and the market has been below $2.98 trillion. If you look at the fear and greed index, at least market has shifted a little bit from the extreme fear zone within that 10 and 11% to 32%, which mean the market participants are not that fearful compared to what we're experiencing in the beginning of this very month, December 2025, and also in November 2025. Market was very, very fearful. So this points to the fact that a lot of OGs, okay, long-term Bitcoin holders are not selling anymore, okay, because that is one of the reasons that was driving price all the way to the downside, according to crypto quadrants. And from this very perspective, fear and greed sentiment on the coin market cap, it points to the fact that people or market participants are not that much fearful of the market coming all the way to the downside anymore. That means there will be a flip side of this very coin, maybe to the greed area. And what that means, if market flip into the greed area, is that the price of coin is going to increase in the near future. And this is what you need to pay attention to right now, guys. Very, very important sentimental data to look at right now. Fear and greed index. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, link in the description of this video to receive signal, on-chain data update, fundamentals update, and many more, including technical analysis. Link in the description below. Join right now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.